My name is Samir Dhanrajani. Currently, I'm serving as Chief Strategy Officer for Fractal Analytics. In my previous assignment, I was Global Business Leader for Cognizant Analytics and Data Sciences. The whole journey of analytics and data sciences have been with me as part of my career for last almost 15 years. I've got about 20 years of professional experience, first few years with the retail CPG environment in terms of Procter & Gamble and Gillette. And then the whole world of analytics bug bit me, where I started representing as part of Genpact. As part of, I would say, GI representation, I was a country head for Fidelity National Financial. Overall, I'm into this practice and field because of the passion, what it takes to become a kind of a, let's say, right and a blended business leader for analytics and AI. And the beauty of this industry, which I enjoy, is how best we can influence our decision making within enterprises leveraging data analytics and AI. Let's look at this perspective, how the evolution of analytics has gone through a change over the last few years. I think from a stage where it was all manually driven in terms of picking up the data, aggregating the whole scenarios, looking at the whole layer around massaging and kind of really looking at how the data should be mediated, to a stage where algorithm building was all a menu driven process, to a stage where we're talking about algorithms being self-intuitive, algorithms being more clinically produced by using ensemble techniques, and also in a way where we're trying to say at the end of the day algorithms should be able to learn by itself. So there is a complete genre shift which has happened in terms of how analytics was being led, consumed, and curated, to a stage where we're talking about self-learning algorithms being corrected, being kind of a self-intuitive on a real-time basis, and creating an impact for the customers. Well, I think while the learning in analytics and data science have really evolved over the years, the challenge of hiring, the challenge of acquiring talent still remains. And it's also because of the complexities in terms of the nuances which is being narrated by the clients in terms of what they are looking at, and also in terms of how the whole complexity of the business all around us is impacting the hiring as well. One of the case in point out here is how we used to hire the analytics talents in terms of, let's say, a modeler or a data analyst few years back, versus where it's become more specialized. We're looking for A particular technique, B particular domain, and C a particular level of communication which has to come in as part of the entire package. So one of the biggest change which has happened in the hiring, that many of the clients, many of the analytics service providers and niche boutique organizations are looking at what we say a one-stop shop solution in form of a data science professional. A data science professional needs to be a complete holistic all-rounder in terms of understanding the data, understanding the whole rhythm of the organization where that project is being delivered, and also able to kind of really curate an algorithm which is customized to their need. And last but not the least is the kind of narrative, the kind of storytelling they have to do to ensure the client really understand what they're getting paid for. I think this is a complete change in terms of the hiring trend which has happened, and it's really evolving, where we're trying to look at also a lot of domain experts, a lot of storytelling kind of, let's say, professional. There is also an added dimension of putting design thinking guys. I mean, we're also looking at social anthropologists, understanding the human behavior, dovetailing that with the data, and you have a new combination of a kind of a person which can look at data, which can look at analytics, which can also look at behavioral science. So this is something which is very unique, interesting, and it's a new facet in terms of how hiring and analytics will evolve. Absolutely, I think one of the facets from being what I say good to great is to continuously challenge the status quo. This is one area, this is one field which is so evolving in nature. There is no one an expert today out here. I mean, there is a severe, I would say, tendency in all of us to learn, unlearn, and relearn in this area. And that's best demonstrated in terms of the faster one is able to pick up the nuances of an industry, the better that data scientist can become. And we're talking about 18, 20 disparate industries today. So that's what I say, one of the feature of being from good to great, how fast a data scientist is able to pick up nuances of other industry. Second piece in terms of being a great professional under the data science regime is how fast you're able to also contextualize the business challenge which is being thrown open to the clients, by the clients rather. There is always that example what we use, that usually the clients come out with this kind of a challenge, that they're data rich, information poor, insight starved. Can you help solve their problem? Now, solving the problem is the first testimony of a great data scientist, that eventually that's the goal post in terms of what he or she should be reaching, leveraging the whole power of tools, technology, and storytelling. Now, if that's something which is being mastered, one can look at the whole facet of how you can make a holistic data science. Well, I think it's a very interesting, and the whole analytics, data science, AI industry is at an inflection point. And for the skeptics, I've always cautioned this thing, that whenever they have spelled the doom of analytics, something interesting has come up which has really given potency to this entire area. So when we talked about analytics not getting the right, I would say, stage of, I would say, inflection, came data science, and now we are talking about AI. But few of the things which will start happening very, very quickly, and it's happening in some of the spurts. One, organizations today are embedding analytics as part of their operating model. It's part of the strategic and business outcomes. It's part of the discussions in the boardroom. So there is always that element in terms of analytics, data science, AI getting featured in every conversation. The second aspect is that it's getting very pervasive. From one function to multi-function, from one set of organization to the entire organization, and to the whole aspect of how it's also impacting very, very disparate set of industries, be it sports, agriculture, astronomy, and others as well. Now, there is one aspect which is relevant out here, specifically in terms of AI. It's always been called upon in terms of AI replacing humans. But the fact is today that the behavior, the understanding of the behavior, the complexity of the geopolitical situations, the whole aspect of how analytics and AI is to be baked into the organization in terms of implementation is not what can be substantiated when you start using AI. The replacement per se in terms of human versus AI is a perennial question. AI as a concept has always been there from 1980s, but what has really evolved is what I use in my own terms, augmented intelligence. Eventually, for a client, and consumption of analytics is all about insights, intelligence, and recommendations. And AI with its own vantage area will start kind of producing more intelligence, insights, and recommendation for the enterprises. Well, I think it's a very well curated program because looking at the whole program when I was trying to delve in terms of the curriculum content, a few interesting perspectives came to my mind. One, of course, the whole, what I say, holistic nature of the program. Look, today, the course curriculum and program needs to be what I say end-to-end because organizational requirements and needs are very, very dynamic and very, very, I would say, comprehensive. And over there is no compromise and zero tolerance in terms of what talent comes in. I think when I look at the program, one, it provides a whole contextualized ability for an aspiring data science professional to absorb what it takes to become a better data engineering guy. The whole aspect about machine learning, the whole aspects of how the tools and technology needs to be adopted is a part of what I say a data engineering piece over there. The second piece which when I noticed was a good blend of what I say a business contextualization. Today, many of these business challenges are coming from different industries. And if the wannabe professionals in data science are not able to comprehend the business aspect, then the whole piece of the training goes futile. And I think it's got a good blend of business and data engineering. The last aspect what I kind of look at is the whole aspect of visualization and storytelling. So through this program, what I'm trying to look at, what I say, a triangulation of the data engineering skills, the business contextualization, and the visualization and storytelling, which is coming out very, very nicely.